Should you rent or buy? Well, that's a $1 million question for Seattle residents in 2025. Now, with rising rent, higher mortgage interests, and home prices still holding strong, it's easy to get stuck. Now, one wrong move could cost you tens and thousands of dollars over the next few years. So, is buying a smart investment, or is renting the safer move right now for you? Let's break it all down: the monthly costs, the appreciation potential, the flexibility, and on top of it, the emotional side of your decision making. Hey, I am Ravi with the Rams Group. My wife Sijy and I are full-time realtors helping buyers, sellers, and relocation clients across the Seattle and Eastside areas make informed, confident, and meaningful decisions for their life and family. Now, if this video helps you, give it a like, hit that subscribe button. We post new videos weekly to keep you ahead of the market. Now, first, let's look at why this question matters more than ever, whether you should buy or rent. Now, the reason this question is so important in 2025 is kind of simple. Both renting and buying are expensive, right? It's not free, but in very different ways, if you will. Rents in Seattle have jumped nearly 6% year over year, and there's no stopping. They're still climbing. Now, the average one-bedroom apartment in Seattle is now over $2,400 a month in rent. Buying a $600,000 home with, say, about 5% down at, say, even 6.75% interest is around $4,000 a month, including taxes and insurance. So it's an absolute given. Yes, buying costs more upfront, but is it still smarter to play it long term? Let's look at it deeper so that it makes sense to you, okay? For that, it'll help if we compared the monthly costs. Let's say you're renting at about $2,800 a month, okay? Over 5 years, that's around $168,000 gone with absolutely zero return. Now compare that to buying a $600,000 home. Yes, you might pay around $4,000 a month, but with each payment, you are building equity, looking at a stable cost, capturing future appreciation. Now, Seattle homes have averaged about 5 to 6% annual growth over the past 10 years. This is factoring in the crazy sellers market that we had in 2021, 2022 as well. Now, after 5 years, your equity could exceed about $150K, give or take. And with local price appreciation, it just gets so much better owning a home. Not to mention the tax deductions, the stability, and of all, the pride of home ownership. Yeah, look at what I got, right? That's priceless. Now, on the other hand, let's look at why renting makes more sense as your situation warrants. And renting also has a few advantages too, we should not completely ignore. Number one, it gives you more flexibility if you're unsure where you want to live or your job is going to take you to another place. Number two is there are no maintenance costs. Easier to move for travel or lifestyle changes. These are a few to name. Now, you should rent if you're planning to move within the next 1 to 2 years, your job income isn't stable yet, or you want to wait and save for a larger down payment. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with renting, but make sure that it's part of your plan and it's not by default. Then finally, to tie this all together, let's talk about the emotional side of home ownership, shall we? Now, to start off, let's be honest. Owning a home just feels totally different. Now, you can paint the walls whatever color you want. Let's start off there, right? Then you can build equity in your home instead of paying someone else's mortgage, in this case, your landlord's. You get roots, pride, and the best of it all, the feeling of stability, which is more important, especially in this kind of a financial market situation that's going on around. All that said, buying a home isn't just a financial decision, it's a life upgrade, right? And for many, it just unlocks a new chapter. Now let's tie that into what the data says so that you can be more informed as you're in the process of making a rent versus buy decision. Here's what the data says in 2025. Rents are expected to rise by about 4 to 6% annually, and there's not going to be any stopping, as you know. And interest rates are predicted to be around the high 5s and mid 6s, up to mid 6s range, eventually when it gets there, if at all it does. And home prices are forecast to rise about 2 to 4% this year, Average across all US states, that is. Some could be high, some could be low, but the average is 2 to 4% predicted. So if you wait, you're not just saving on your mortgage, you might end up paying more later for less house if the prices go up. All that said, what should you do? The bottom line is that buying makes sense if you are financially stable and are planning to stay put for at least 5+ years to break even the cost like we talked about. On the other hand, renting may be better if you value flexibility or are still figuring out your next move and trying to decide where you'll finally land. And after all this, are you still unsure? Let's connect. I offer no pressure buyer consults wherein we'll run the numbers, review your specific situation, and help you decide what's truly the best for you and your life right now. Also, feel free to check out our Google reviews about how we've helped our past clients make informed decisions, and we can do the same for you too. Feel free to DM, call, or better yet, book into our calendar to discuss. Feel free to drop your specific situation in the comments below, and I will reply to all the messages personally. That's it, it's a wrap. Thanks much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.